Good morning everybody and welcome to the first episode of 2021. Everybody's back at work. I've been furloughed. That can only mean one thing. It's time to get out and get those feet moving. As I'm currently still, well, just gone into tier 4 with all this COVID nonsense. There's not very far that I can actually travel to get out and actually do something. So today I've come up to the area of natural beauty that is Cannock Chase. That is close to me, so it's only literally about a 10-minute drive. It does happen to be one of the smallest areas of natural beauty. In fact, I think it is the smallest area of natural beauty in the UK. But it's still big enough to get some miles in, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. Today is, I think, well, it's Monday for sure, because the kids have gone back to school. At least my youngest has gone back to school, so I think it's the 5th. I've been furloughed, so I'm technically back at work, but I've been furloughed, so it's time to get some miles in, and I'm heading that way. I'm parked up at Coppice Hill Carpark, and I'm now heading towards Aspens. And if you know Cannock Chase at all, I'm heading towards that radio tower, that radio mast. And then once I get to Aspens, I'm going to hang a left, go down the hill and head towards, in the general direction of Rifle Range Corner. The snow has fallen down quite a lot up here. I'm just walking through a melted bit. It's actually quite nice to walk through a bit that I don't have to worry about slipping over on. But all that snow behind me is basically compacted and it's just ice now. So I've got to be very careful where I'm putting my feet, especially holding the camera out at arm's length. So I've got this behind me. I'll tell you what, it's amazing what the difference a bit of snow makes to the surroundings and to the view. Completely changes everything. I've walked up and down Cannock Chase quite often. I've participated in events, a 38-mile walk across Cannock Chase in a day, which basically takes you all over the chase and out of it and back in again. And I've never seen the chase like it is now. It is lovely. It has warmed up slightly, so it's not as white as it was, but I'll put a few shots up either in a minute or later on in the video, not quite sure yet, as to what the surrounding area was like recently with the snow that we had. Whoa. Okay, that's a bit slippy. Almost went again. Just met a lovely lady flying out with her son. She's just been flying her drone, so I just had a quick chat with her about that, and it wasn't as loud as what I thought it was, so yeah. So anyway, I'm carrying on, still heading south towards Aspens. So yeah, it's a bit chilly, a little bit breezy. I'm testing out the new kit today, as in recording kit, see how well it performs. And in a bit later on, I'll stop for a brew, and we'll brew some, I'm gonna use something else that I got for Christmas from the kids. Yeah. So we finally made it into the trees, not far from Aspens now. The snowfall was minimal at best in here, so at least I don't have to slip around on the snow anymore. at least not on the path. I know you can see it behind me. So I'm actually not that far from a cafe up here called Spring Slade Lodge. A friend of mine works there. It's a very nice cafe. I'm not sure if they've got a website, but if they do have a website, I'll drop a link in the description below. I don't know if that'll help them out at all. I'm not sure what the situation is, whether they're doing takeaway or not, but if they are, definitely worth a visit. Okay, so finally I'm now at Aspens Car Park. It took me just over an hour to get here with stopping and making the shots and recording video. So I've basically just headed from this direction here, come into Aspens. The car park is literally just behind the camera. I'm now going to turn sort of in an easterly direction and head down towards Rifle Range Corner. I'm not actually going to Rifle Range Corner, but that's the direction I'm heading. Hopefully the ground's not too treacherous. So yeah. So I'm about 4 kilometres in. I've just literally turned down the hill to head towards Rifle Range Corner. Aspens is now behind me there. So I'm now heading this way down into Sherbrook Valley, which hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer there. I'm hoping as well, with the new equipment that I've got, that you are not picking up any of the wind. It is quite windy. Breezy, I'll say breezy. The mic on the phone, the internal mic on the phone would pick that up. So hopefully with what new kit that I've got, you shouldn't be able to hear the wind now, in theory. So it turns out the walk down here is actually quite treacherous. And it's actually windier down here than it was. See what I mean? It's actually windier back coming down the hill than it was on top of the hill. So that's a bit bizarre, but so I'm almost at the bottom now. That is actually back up the hill. It's not the biggest hill in the world, but it's steep enough to make you slip on the ice. So I'm at a big junction, well, a junction at the bottom of the hill towards Rifle Range Corner. I don't know if you can see it in the background. Right, and basically that is where the Sherbrook Trail comes down on the blue route for the mountain biking. At this point now we turn right and follow the stream down towards stepping stones. So that's the direction I've just come from, and basically turn left. Obviously I'm looking back up the hill, so turn left. Obviously I'm panning to the right, but turn left, go down there, and then turn right and follow the track down that way, which is the way we're going to go now. Right, you see that bridge in the background? Just crossed over that bridge, that little footbridge. Basically, on the other side, this path that I've just crossed over to runs parallel with the path that I was walking on. Problem with that path that's over there is that it's absolutely treacherous. On this side, it's a little bit more sheltered with trees and warmer. So I've crossed over to this side, and the walking is a lot easier. So I finally made it to Stepping Stones. I'm just going to brew up. So today I've got with me, I'm just trying to be quiet a bit because I've got people around me. So today I have my titanium mug. I managed to squeeze, except for the spoon, I've managed to squeeze all my brew kit. So I've got my Cedar Summit collapsible mug, titanium mug for cooking. This one's 750ml from Lixada. I just got it off Amazon, and inside is pretty simple. Got my coffee in a jar, lighter, some tissue paper or kitchen roll, some UHT milk from a hotel that I've stayed at before when working away from home, but I won't be using that today because I actually brought a pint of milk with me. Titanium pot stand from Evernew. Just clip it together like that. It's very, very light. I think this is made from titanium as well. And then my trusty Trangia burner. It's supposed to be leak proof, but I put it in a plastic bag just in case, because the last thing I want is for it to contaminate the titanium pot, and then I wouldn't be able to make a brew. And the last thing that's in there, which I don't really want to show you guys, is an aluminium foil, just made it from aluminium foil windbreak. It's not very good, but for the time being, until I find something better, it does the job. I'm not going to need that today. It's not very windy down here. So sometimes, because especially when it's cold, it can be difficult to light. So you can either get some tissue or a stick, dip it into the Trangia, actually get the fluid onto the stick and light it from there, and then put the stick into the Trangia. Yep, definitely going. Lid on top, job's a good one. I am going to put the windbreak on round it a little bit. Like I said, it's just made out of foil, so it's nothing fancy. So just one I've got, yeah. Pot's still boiling, it's actually coming on quite nicely. I'm wondering if I've got enough water in there. For Christmas for my daughter, I got a titanium spoon. I know I said in my last video that I wasn't going to get any expensive gear or anything like that. Basically, I got a titanium spoon because it's stronger than the latte spoon that I was using. So, hence why I've got the titanium spoon. sprue done. So I'm now just heading over the stepping stones back towards the car. So my route started at Coppice Hill Carpark and headed south towards Glacial Boulder and then Aspens Car Park. I then turned left and headed down the hill towards Sherbrook Valley. I started on the blue route, but it was far too treacherous to walk on, so I crossed over the stream and ran parallel with the Sherbrook Valley. Well, it's in the Sherbrook Valley, but I ran parallel with the blue route all the way down to Stepping Stones. Back across the stream at Stepping Stones, and now I'm just heading back up the hill towards the car park. All the kit that I've used today and the kit that's in my rucksack that might not have shown on camera and all my recording equipment I will include in a link in the description below. Okay, so that's me done now, guys. I'm on about 10.5 k's. I'm almost back at the car. By the time I get back, it'll probably be about 11 kilometers. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Only thing left for me to say is thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.